This is Larry Henares making your day with part 2 of an essay we wrote on the militarization of our democracy. And we continue to quote. To be sure, there are soldiers who rose above their calling and in many ways become outstanding statesmen. Pericles of Athens, who nurtured democracy in ancient Greece. Julius Caesar, who brought Pax Romana, the peace of Rome, and law and order to the barbarians. Napoleon Bonaparte, who gave the Napoleonic Code and the metric system to Europe. Colonel Abdul Nasser, who revived Arab tribe and challenged Western imperialism. General Charles de Gaulle, who liquidated the French colonies and strengthened a democracy threatened by rebellious military. General Dwight D. Eisenhower, who ended the McCarthyist anti-communist hysteria in the United States, and the gentle General Emilio Aguinaldo, who declared our independence, made us a nation, and fought two colonial powers. Our very own General Fidel V. Ramos, who restored the people's faith in democracy and made us emerge as a new Asian economic tiger. But these are exceptions to the rule. Soldiers are by their nature the antithesis of the democratic man. Militarizing our democracy, or as Gerald Arthur Enrique once put it, democratizing the military, are oxymoronic contradictions in terms. On May 5th, 1954, following a disastrous war to contain communism by bloodbath, as was also practiced by the United States, France was defeated by the Vietnamese forces at Dien Bien Phu. Then, as among the ramboys and most military men, the French army blamed the politicians of France for their defeat. Clinging to their dreams of empire, they fought the rebels of Algeria, and at the brink of defeat, again blaming the French government, they threatened a coup d'etat from Algeria. More about this after these messages. This is Larry Henares making your day with part 2 of an essay we wrote on the militarization of our democracy. And we continue to quote. On June 1st, 1958, the French Assembly invited General Charles de Gaulle, World War II hero, to return as premier with extraordinary powers. De Gaulle refused. He asked instead for a ratification of a new constitution and his direct election as President of France. As President, he negotiated peace with Free Algeria, aligned himself with Third World neutral nations, exploded the first French atomic bomb, recognized China, the first Western nation to do so, took France out of the American-dominated NATO, and expelled all American troops out of his country. The Americans hated de Gaulle as much as they did the Russians, but they had to respect him, as they never respected Bernardo Villegas and the religious freaks of Opus Dei, the senators and the soldiers who favored American bases and served them with canine loyalty. President de Gaulle made a clear distinction between his role as President of France and as a leader of the Free French armies during the war. He insisted on civilian supremacy and would not take office unless elected directly by the people. And when his long-cherished plan of electoral reform was defeated by referendum, he interpreted that as lack of confidence and resigned irrevocably. His concept of a soldier is that he is the security guard of the Republic, under the direct command of the President, not a man of destiny who rattles the sword every time he disagrees with government policy. He put rebellious French generals in their place and threatened to have them shot if they so much as point a gun at a civilian. More tomorrow, my dear friends. This is Larry Henares, making your day, saying good day, God bless you. Thank you very much for being with us. Till next time, Hasta la bye-bye.